Hi friends, welcome back. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome if you're new here. Today I'm just gonna dive into it. We will be flipping through my Japan journal insert, Japan junk journal, I guess, Japan scrapbook, whatever you want to call it, memory keeping book, memory journal. We all know what we're doing here. So I decided to, first let me preface this video with, yes, we're doing a journal flip through, but you're gonna hear me talk a lot. So if you're not into that, you can follow me on TikTok, because on TikTok I do a lot of flip throughs, and yeah, so it's all the same journals, but just different forms of content. So I decided to use this insert here. This is the insert that comes with the Narita Airport Traveler's Notebook cover. So I took that out of the leather cover. You could tell I've already, oh my gosh, I've already gotten this front dirty, but I love the gold foiling. Let's take a look at the bottom of the spine, the weird overhang happening here, and then the top. I do a lot of the tip-ins on the bottom of the page, I realize, so just an interesting takeaway. One thing about this insert that I'm gonna say before we dive into it is that the staples did pop off, because again, look how chunky, and that's why you see this like weird like offset overhang. I did try to sew the binding, but I don't know, some of the pages got soggy from the glue. I don't know, it like is not holding well. I just am really bad at sewing books. So if anyone has any tips, let me know, because I would like to reinforce it now that I'm done, but we'll save that for another day. All right, so here we go. Here's the title page. I used the Coffee Monsters Code Japan sticker, and then this is a Seoul stamp sticker from Starbucks. And so we were in Japan from the 22nd through the 2nd, and then from the 2nd to the 6th, we were in Seoul. All right, here was our first travel day. Little tip in there. I don't know how long this is gonna last, because all of our other boarding passes have already kind of smeared off. So, you know, if this ends up fading away, I will just probably maybe print a couple more pictures or stickers or something. So we flew United. So I did a 2-page spread because I wanted to keep this little thank you note that the flight crew wrote for us. We did little like gift bags for them. So travel day and arrival day, we fly forward in time to Japan, so that's why it's like 22nd and 23rd. Nakano City is where we stayed. Had McDonald's our first night. There was a gachapon store near our Airbnb. I really loved where we stayed. All right, our first full day in Tokyo, we went to Nakameguro. I wanted to go to the Starbucks Reserve Roastery. I knew we were going to be jet lagged and up early, so what's open early in Tokyo? Starbucks Reserve. So we went there. I used this little parchment paper and cut it to make a little pocket. Yeah. Bought some traveler's notebooks, so I used some of the wrapping there as well. Since we were in the Meguro area, we explored and then also went to the Traveler's Factory, Nakameguro. Love this little thing that I did here. So I could have a picture, but still have another picture here. I don't know how many times. And I wanted to save this Superior Labor tag as well. And then this Kakimori tag is from the collaboration fountain pen they had with Starbucks. So put that there, everything kind of worked out. I really like this page. And then a third page for that first full day, we hit up a playground. We made a pit stop in Shibuya to visit the Pokemon Center and like the Nintendo store there. And then we did sushi delivery that night because Miles was just like jet lagged, of course. So saved my little sushi stuff there, and then tried the creme brulee from 7-Eleven. All right, next day, the 25th, we stopped by Marunouchi Station to visit the Travelers train station. So I just tried to be creative and save that in here. Love this little map. I don't even remember where I got it from, but we did that, explored that area. I think there was like a Sanrio store, Pokemon Center there, and then headed down to Ginza for some shopping. So did some Uniqlo coffee, Pokemon shopping, stopped by the Pokemon Cafe. We didn't eat at the Pokemon Cafe, but if you ask to just shop at the store, they'll like walk you to the store and like wait until you're done shopping and then walk you back out. So I like this one. This is the box from my Ancora pen. So I just cut out the design here. And then this is a tag from a tote bag we got. All right, next day, September 26th. This was our Shinjuku day. So we started off at a playground in Shinjuku, right next to the Metropolitan Government building, and we went to their observatory deck. So we spent the morning there. Miles had ice cream for breakfast, you know, vacation. We had kura sushi. Yeah, more gachapons, more shopping, so much shopping. And then we ended up walking from Shinjuku back to our Airbnb in Nakano City. It was like a 40-minute walk, but if we took the trains, it would have been like the difference would have only been 5 minutes. So we just decided to walk. So that was a lot of fun. And then we ordered Shogun Burger for dinner. A little overrated, honestly. They're like Wagyu beef burgers. They were good, but they weren't like, I don't know. Sometimes TikTok just like makes things very overrated. The 27th, Asakusa and Skytree. So I used this little Asakusa sticker that we bought, our picture at the temple, had some matcha, did some stationery shopping at Loft. This is one of the sticky notes I bought at Loft, and I just kept the backer card and just kind of like cut it out to size. I have more sticky notes, but I just used the like last one in the bag for the spread. And then more shopping, Skytree. This is from Daiso. The Matcha Tokyo, Matcha Kit Kat, Kirby Cafe. Again, did not eat at Kirby Cafe, but they have a big old storefront outside of the cafe, and so we shopped there for one of my cousins who loves Kirby. So, ooh, also this was fun. We ended up on a subway train that was Thomas themed, and it wasn't like the whole train. It was literally just that car that we got on, and Miles was so excited. So that was a lot of fun. I really liked the Kirby Cafe plastic bag, so I just cut him out of the bag and then just pasted some of our receipts from the day around him. Loved that. And then now Sunday, we decided to go to just stay local and go to Nakano Broadway. And I put an oopsie daisy sticker here. I'm gonna own my ignorance, so please don't hate me. But I got this sticker like early on in our trip, thinking that it said Nakano, but it actually said Nagano with a G, which is not the area that we were staying in. And honestly, it's like you were like buying stuff and not really like looking at it the whole trip. So when I pulled it out to journal, I realized we didn't stay in Nagano, we stayed in Nakano. But I really loved the color of the sticker and I still wanted to use it. So I just took out a letter sticker from my junk journaling stickers and I just covered the G with a K. So please don't judge me. That's why I put an oopsie daisy there. Yeah, if you want to hate on me for that, I'm really sorry. I'm owning my ignorance there and excitement. Jacob bought a Switch out there, and so I saved the tag because it was on sale. We went to a cat cafe. Miles completely lost it, but you know, it was a hard day for us. So this is where I write about it. This is basically Miles, this like mad WTF. I use that sticker because that's basically what he was like to us. He was like pushing us away and stuff. So while he finally fell asleep after his meltdown, so Jacob and I went to a standing sushi bar. So I saved the little order form, and then we bought limited edition Tamagotchi gachapons, and I saved all the price tags because holy cow, I spent so much money on those Tamagotchis. But my cousin wanted them and I just didn't know if we were gonna find the Tamagotchis anywhere else. So I splurged, but that was her souvenir. So yeah, and then saved the paper that came with it, and I like left this koala unglued so that we could look at that. And then now our Disney days. We stayed at the Miracosta Hotel for the first 2 nights, so save the hotel card here. I don't know that we'll ever stay at this hotel again just because the price point is so high, so I literally saved the whole brochure. Next page, lots of pictures, saved the postcard they give you, saved this little note thingy. And then I also got a pen delivered to me within Japan, some fountain pens. So I saved my little Happy Mail notes there. And then Disney Sea, amazing. Absolutely loved Disney Sea. We did the vacation package, so I saved our little vacation package stickers here. I saved some tram tickets and just lots of pictures. The like Disney stuff is very scrapbooky because I love keeping the pictures. So this is from our popcorn, our first order of popcorn, and then this was the popcorn bucket that we chose because you get a popcorn bucket with your vacation package price. And just a lot more pictures. Oh, this was like confetti that fell from the sky when we watched one of the shows, so we saved some of that. Ate at the Snuggly Duckling. So I saved the wrapping paper there. Had to do another spread, kind of like the Kirby Cafe. And then Disney Sea tickets here. Loved the color palette. That. And then after our vacation package checkout day, we stayed 1 night at the Toy Story Hotel before flying to Korea. And then here's our flight day from Japan to Korea. So we flew out of Narita, and so that was my chance to go to Travelers Factory Airport. And then here's our Korea pages. I didn't do a lot in Korea. It was raining a lot that weekend, so it's mostly pictures. We did a lot of Pop Mart shopping, so you'll see that. We did custom clothes at Nike and New Balance, so I saved some of that. I met up with some of Jacob's family. And then, yeah, shopping in an indoor mall. And then we flew home. And then that's it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if you count this last page, 6 spreads left. And I think what I'm gonna do here is 2 things. I have some Pop Mart boxes that I wanted to kind of add into ephemera. So maybe some Pop Mart, the Kit Kats that we got in Japan, maybe like a little Kit Kat wrapper spread. And then I do have some stamps that I took in my short trip passport inserts. So I might cut those out and paste them here. And then there are some sticker sheets I bought in Korea and Japan that maybe I'll just do like a sticker dump of like the rest of those like Japan related stickers, because I will not be using Japan themed stickers until our next trip to Japan, which I don't know when that is, but that's that. Let me know if you had a favorite spread in here. I think I have a couple, but I'll probably talk about that on TikTok. So I will see you next time, my friends. Looking forward to planning the next adventure. Hope you all have a wonderful day. See you at the next video. Bye.